Hi and welcome to Python tutorial of hotel management system. Let me show you guys how this system works. Right here you can enter customer details, names, address and so on, and you even have type of identity that you can use, and if it's male or female. Then here you have check-in date, check-out date, and if you want any of these meal, breakfast, lunch and dinner, and how many rooms. But if you've made your choice, let's say the date is, if you are going to be there from this day, let's say it's at the 1st, and we can work out the date that is 19 days in total. And all you just need to do is, once you click on total, you can get the tax to be paid, total and so on. And you can even print out on the data system the details of the client. Then we can reset and enter new customers details, reference number of this customer. Let's say the name is Sally, so on. Okay, those are Sally's details, and Sally wants breakfast. Room type for Sally single. Number of room, let's say 00, and that's the telephone extension number to that room. And you can add that. Okay, Sally will be in the hotel for 90 days, and this is the total, the bill. And you can enter the receipt of Sally and so on. So what I'm gonna do now, guys, is to take you guys straight into Python development environment, and we'll put one of these together. So let's go to Python now. And welcome back to, I'm going to start by importing the following. So that's going to be TK, then we import it all, and the next thing we want to do is I'm going to create a class, and the class name is going to be known as hotel. Make sure you enter a column there. Then right underneath the class, let's define our function. Initialize this function, and that is going to be self root. There, enter semicolon. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to say self.root equals root, and let's say self.root equals the title as well, so that we get the title out of the way. And this is how you enter your title, and whatever the title of your project might be. So mine is called Hotel Management System. There we go, and let's enter system there. So the next thing is, you can also define the dimension of your system. So I'm going to set it as geometry, and let's give it 1350 by 750 plus 0 plus 0. Those are my coordinates. I'm also going to specify the color, so I'm going to say self.root.configure, or you can enter configure the background. Will be background equals, I'm going to make my background powdered blue, right there. So that is my interface already designed. So what I'm going to do before I continue is I'm going to kind of like round it up. There we go. This is how you close your system, and I will just save it. Let's go to File, Save As. So I'm saving that as Hotel Management System YouTube. Click on Save. There we go. Right, let's run it and see. The only thing you guys will see will just be a big blue interface there. So now I'm going to create let's create a frame. Those are the frames I intend to use. I had to speed this up because there's been some complaint that my videos are a little bit too long. You cannot blame me because it's mostly a project that I developed. Alright, this will be my main frame. This is one of the frame that will be right on top, and all the other frames will be right inside this very frame. The top frame is going to be inside main frame. Left frame will be inside top frame, right frame inside top frame, and the bottom frame inside the main frame there. And I've also set some properties: the border, the width, the height, and so on. So let's run this. You can see I have different colors for each frames. If I save and run, this is what you guys will see. There we go. That's how my framework looks like. Alright, let's close that. The next thing we want to do now is to add some widget. Okay, the first widget I'm going to add would be for, let's say that's going to be for customers. So first of all, let me break this apart and just enter widgets there. Okay, that's just a comment. Alright, that will be self. Okay, LBL customer. Underscore reference. So that's going to be a label. So that's the widget itself, and this widget is going to be resident right inside left frame. So we copy that and we paste it right there. Then we add a comma. The next thing is going to be my font. The font I intend to use is Arial. The choice is yours. You can always change your font to whatever you want. Comma. And let me enter maybe about 12 and enter comma again. And the next thing is going to be, let's make that bold. There we go. Close that. So that is the font, and that's how you enter the font. The next thing is, let's say comma, text equals customer reference, and just paste that in here. That's my customer reference, and there, put a comma there. The next thing I would like to do, let's enter a column here anyway. The next thing I would like to do now is I'm going to now get it padded. Pad the x-axis to 2 and set the border color. I'm going to make that equals powder blue. Powder blue. Right. And close that. Now let's round up this customer reference here. So right underneath here we say customer reference dot get grid, and that is going to be row equals 0, comma, column equals 0 as well. Make that comma, and maybe strictly we want it to be west. Close that. Alright, that is the label created. If I run it, this is what you will see right there. Okay, let's close that. The next thing I like to do is to enter an entering. An entering is like a text box, so I'm going to copy all of that, paste it right underneath here, and I'm going to change the widget to entry. Now let's make it look like a text. I'm just going to enter txt customer there, and then the next thing is for us to change the column. There we go. But in the case of the text box, I'm going to get rid of this. I don't need this right there. That's meant to be text variable, so let's say text variable. And the text variable, let me go for customer reference. I need to actually declare a customer reference, right? And just there, correct this error here. Now the padding, I'm going to get rid of this padding because the padding should work in here. There we go. And what else do we want? So that is, I'm going to make this about 20, and y-axis, let me specify a y-axis there. This can be my y-axis, and that can then be maybe about 3, not too much space. And one other thing is I can get rid of this. I don't need to specify background color for that. So let's just say width, I'm going to make that about 20, and I think that'll be all for this. But the customer reference, let's copy this. I'm going to paste that right here. That will be my variable declared already. There we go. So if I run this now, let's see how that is going to look like. There we go. Look at that. Then we can enter customer reference in there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to copy all of these. Let's copy that, paste it right in there, and just change this around. So this one, if this is 0, 0, this one is going to be 1. And this will be 1, this will be 2. Then we just change the names around. Let's run that and see. Check that out, guys. Good. So the other variables that I would need for this is going to include, let's go for first name and surname. So this is going to be first name, and this is going to be surname. So we change the names around. This will be known as name, that's first name, and this is first name as well. Okay, so let's run that and see how that is going to look like. There we go. Right, so we copy that and repeat the same thing. And there we go, guys. So here are the widgets in place. It's not completed yet, but these are the first few widgets created. However, I've also declared all of the required variables. There they are. So if we take it from the top, this is what we have. Have a good look at it. I had to speed this up because viewers are complaining that it seems to be too long. which I believe you guys understand. So let's run this and see how it looks like. There we go. This is how it looks now, although it's not finished yet. And the next label is going to be known as nationality, and I will also need a checkbox beside it. So let's close this and come right in here. I'm going to copy this very label there and just change the details around. Paste that right there, and that is going to become nationality. There. So let's change this one around as well. There we go. And change the text content and the name changed. So let's change this to 7. Right, that is done. So the next thing I want to do is underneath nationality, I will now declare self dot, I will say BON nationality, and that is for a checkbox, and the widget is going to be equals TT, not double equals, TTK dot combo box, and that combo box will be right inside left frame. There, add a comma, and after that the text is going to be, let's say, text variable. That will be my text variable, is going to be nationality. So let's correct that properly. Text variable is nationality. Get rid of this. I believe I have a variable called nationality. Let's see. There we go. Right, nationality. Make sure it's correct. Yeah, an A is missing. An A is missing here as well. So let's correct it all. Right. Now, the next thing we want to do, let's come in back here. For the nationality, I'm going to now add a state. So let's say the attribute state equals read only, so that's, you will not be able to make any changes to it. There we go. Add a comma. Now, what about the font? I'm going to settle for this as well. Let's settle for that. And just paste that right here. That's the font. And then let's go for width. I'm going to make the width about, let's say maybe 12 should we? Okay, let's go for 18. We can always make adjustment if required. That is the width. Now the next thing I want to do is I'm going to have to add some values to this nationality. So let me copy this. Paste that in there. And to add the value, we have to specify our value right inside a square bracket value there. Now the value is going to be as follows. So I will start with no data at all. That would be 0. That very value will be 0 for me, and that will be the value that I will specify later on. Then the next one is going to be, let's say, British, and after that let's go for Nigeria. There, and let's just speed that up. Okay, now I have all the country that I want in place. Okay, maybe I should add. Let's add Norway. I know some people in Norway, so enter Norway as well. Right. Now let's come in here. And the next thing we want to do now is to specify what the current location is going to be. So I'm going to say self.nationality.current. I will just make that 0, and the 0 is this very one. This is 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. There, that is that sorted. So let's say self.grid, and that is going to be inside row number 7, column 1 equals 1, and there. So maybe 1 or 2 padding. Let's say for the x-axis, let's make that maybe 20, and y-axis, let's make that equals 3. Okay, let me do it the other way around. Grab this. I think I prefer it this way. There. Either way is fine. I just want to be consistent with the way I do it. That's my y-axis, x-axis. Right. I believe that is done now. If I come in here, save it first, then run it, let's see. Oh, we have an error. Let's see, what have I done? Okay. Oh, incomplete. Let's get the spelling right. So that should be combo box. Right. Now run it again. There we go. There, and we can select whatever country we want. Selected Morocco, Britain. Let's select Nigeria as well. Okay, let's go to Norway, Iran, and Canada. That's fine. So it's working, guys. That's fine. Okay, the next thing I want to do now, that's easy. I can just copy and change it around. Copy this, paste that right underneath here again, and I'm going to now change that to date of birth, DOB, and this is going to be date of birth. Right, so let's just add DOB around, change this as well. There. And if this one is 7, this is going to be 8. 8. That is done. Okay. And I'm also going to need one with combo box, so I'm going to copy that, paste that right there. Okay, and this combo box in this case is going to be identity. Alright, or type of ID, or ID type. Right, so change all of this to ID type. So it's either going to be your passport, your pilot license, driving license, and so on. So that's what's going to be in there. Then we'll run it one more time, just see how it looks like. And if that is the last one, that was 8, and this will be 9. Change the row to row 9 and row 9 right here. And in here, we need this to be maybe proof of identity or type of ID. And in here, the type of ID will be as follows. Let's go for pilot license. Right, do you have a pilot license? Driving license here. Okay, and student ID as valid as well, and here we're going to make this passport. Right, I think that should be enough for the proof of ID. You guys can add as many as proof of ID as you want. So I'm going to set it for 1 2 3 4. That's okay by me. Right, now what else do we need? Wrong spelling, change that. Okay, so I'm just going to run this and see how that looks like as well. Then I may just have to speed it up. There we go. There, proof of ID. All right, we need to change the variables. Let's come in here, change that variable. What is the variable I use for that? There we go. ID type. That's the variable. Now come down in here. Variable is ID type. Alright, that's sorted. I might have to change this variable as well. I think that could be date of birth. Let's see. Yeah, it is date of birth. Else there will be an error. Change that to date of birth because it was copied. So let's run it and see now. And there we go. Yeah, that's fine. Let's work in as I want. Oh, this one needs, all these variables need to be changed as well. I think this one is fine, it's fine, it's fine. Alright, so this will be surname and okay, let's go back in there. Alright, now that all of those variables are sorted, I will now speed it all up. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Yeah. Okay, we can now speed up the whole process. So I'm just going to come down right here, speed that up, and get back to you guys shortly. Okay, I've now speed up the whole process, so have a good look at the lines of codes. Let's get this in a little bit so that we can see the rest. Move this and any other thing we can move. Right. Okay, this is just powdered blue. Let's bring it down so that you can see it properly. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, those are the lines of codes that make up the label widget, text widget, and the combo box widget. Right, let's move this in a little bit. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Right there, guys. So I'm now going to run it and we'll take it from there. Yeah, let's see, there we go. Okay, so here let's just fill that up with 2-3 lines of codes. Close that and scroll right down. Right, let's enter. That is going to be for the receipt. Okay, press enter, and the receipt is going to be inside right frame. And right here we have the right frame. That's the right frame. Okay, so have a good look at it. those are the lines of code for the receipt. And then we're going to need some other lines of codes for the payment method. Okay, that's the receipt there, that's fine. All right, let's break these up as well. And right underneath here, in the same frame, I'm going to add the other widget for payment, and for the date calculation as well. And there guys, we add that here. Have a good look at it. There we go. Those are the lines of code for the date calculation widget here. This is for the tax, this is for subtotal, and this one for total. So let me run that and you see how that looks like. There we go guys. So the final lines of code is just going to be for the buttons, so let's take care of that now. And right there guys, those are the final lines of codes for the buttons. Okay, I believe you can see these lines of code, so that's fine. Or you can always pause the video. I'm trying to cut this video short so that there won't be any more complaints. So that's how it looks right now. Well, as you can see, the buttons are not doing anything. So for those ones to at least do something, we need to enter some functions. But the first function I would like to take care of is going to be check in date and check out date. So what I'm going to do is to enter some lines of code to get the check-in and check-out date working. So let's click in there and I will scroll right down. Let's see, maybe right underneath here. Let's see, I think I'm going to have to settle for right here. Yeah. Okay, so right underneath the frames, I'm going to enter as follows. So that is going to be for, maybe we should take care of the exit first. Let's say function iExit, and that is going to be iExit equals tk inner dot message box. So let's go for message box right there, and the message box, let's say dot ask yes or no. Right, and what we enter in there is, let me enter hotel management system. So that will be the title of this message box, and next message is going to be confirm if you want to exit. Right, close that. And we're then using if statement to validate user input. So if I exit less than or greater than 0, close that, root dot destroy. Right, and return. There we go. So the exit is actually taken care of. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to copy that, and let's go to the button called exit right underneath here, and we just need to add command. So right there we can always say command equals I exit. So let's move this in a little bit more. Let's get rid of these parentheses, we don't need that in there. Right, so if I run the program now, that should actually prompt me to confirm and if I want to exit. So if I click on this, you see that no, I do not want to exit. Yes, I want to exit. And you can also see the question mark logo. So that is taken care of. Now let's go back up here. The next function I would like to take care of would be let's take care of the receipt function. That is very easy to take care of. So let's come in here. So I'm going to call that receipt there, and in the case of the receipt, I'm going to say self.receipt .insert, and that will be at the end. Let's say customer. So I'm now calling all of the variables that were declared customer. Reference dot get plus, let's enter tab backspace, that's tab plus first name, that is another variable that I declared, and the other one that I want is going to be surname dot get, enter parenthesis, and plus the next one is going to be surname dot get there. And I'm just gonna speed that up and get back to you guys. And right there, that is for the receipts. So to get the receipt working, we're gonna need the button receipt. So scroll right down, so let's come right here, that is the button receipt, and there we enter command equals receipt. There we go. Okay, the receipt is now in place. Let's see if that's going to work. So we enter some just anyhow data in there. And just try it out and see what's going to happen. Alright, I've only added a few of those data here, so click that. There we go. So the receipt is working as well. Let's see. Okay, now let's take care of this, but this works. Let's take care of the reset now. So in the case of reset, we'll come up here, right underneath here as well. I'm going to enter reset. So that is function reset, and that is going to be, let's say, customer reference, that will be set there, and the next one is going to be first name dot set, and followed by surname dot set, and so on. Okay, so those are the lines of code for reset right there. Those are the lines of code for reset. Okay, I'm just taking care of that, and we can go back right underneath here and just enter command equals reset. I'm going to copy that, command equals reset there. So if I run the program and enter whatever data in there, the system should just get it reset. When I click on reset, and there I've entered data in there. So let's try out the reset. There we go, the reset works as well. Very good. So all that is left for us now to take care of is just the total. In the case of the total, let's go up right here. Okay, with the total, I will also like the total to calculate the time. Right. Okay, let's take care of these dates. So the first thing is, let's declare a function there. So this function, I might as well just call it total cost and date. Right. Okay, now in the case of the total cost and date, so I'm going to enter, that is, let's say, in date. So that's a local variable. So in date is going to be equals to check in date, right, dot get. So the other one is going to be out date. So copy that and just change this to out date, and this one is going to be out date as well. Right. And these two variables here, they would have been declared in here. Let's see the dates, check-in date. There we go, check-in date. You can see them right here as, that's it, check-out date and check-in date. So those are the variables that I'm calling right inside my function here. They have been assigned to the local variables. So now let's say number of dates, that would officially be number of dates stayed equals, let's say, date. Oh, first thing first, let's say date in date, that is equals to date time dot SPRT time. Okay, and that will be date in, comma, I'm going to assign as follows. Let's say date, try that again, D for the date, forward slash, and percentage, we want the month, and forward slash percentage year. Right, and close that. Alright, that is my date in. Now let's go for date out. And date out, let's change all of these to out, and this will be out as well. Right, once that is taken care of, the next thing I would like to do now is just to work out the date, how many days were spent in the hotel. Okay, let's just change this to total dates. The total date is actually a variable right in here. I think it's right underneath here. Let's see, total dates here. I'm gonna copy that and come right here, change this to total date. So total date is going to be date out, and we subtract that. But let's say total date dot set, and that is going to be out date minus date in. There. Okay, close that. Dot dates. So that is how you subtract dates from it. Date enter and date out. So that is taken care of. If I run it now, we can always subtract whatever dates or how many numbers of dates were spent. Alright, let's see. Okay, we're going to close these brackets here. Okay, let's try that again. So I'm just going to enter dates here. So let's say 1st of September 2018, and let's subtract that by today's date is 22nd. Alright, and what do we get in here? Okay, oh, it's not going to work because I need to call that very name here. Okay, let's go and call that inside total. Come right down here inside total, and right here I'm going to just enter command equals that. There we go. Let's move this all the way, or maybe just move this. Yeah, cut that off and paste it right in here. Total, yeah. Okay, that's much better. Right. Command equals total cost and dates. Now let's run it and you see. And we enter dates now. 01/09/2018 by 22. There we go. Click on that. There we go. You see that, guys? So it's not working the way we want. So let's say we have 5 in there. There we go. And we can even change the format. That's 8, and this one is 9. There. So that's fine. Now let's work out the cost of staying in the hotel. So I'm going to go right up here, right underneath the function. Yeah, I'm going to use an if statement. So say if mail dot get equals, let's say equals breakfast. I actually don't want this to be too long because that might be boring for some people, so I may have to just speed that up and get back to you guys. Right, if mail equals that and room type dot get equals single, then we do as follows. I'm just going to say Q1 equals, this will be the price. Let's go for maybe 17, and Q2. So we just speed that up. Right, I'll just have to speed that up because of time. And there, those are the lines of code that we actually check your selection. Okay, alright, that's just for 2, so I'm going to run it. Have a good look at it. Okay, with that, and let's run it and see how that is going to look like. Then we just copy and speed up the whole process. So the date now is going to be, let's say 05 and 18 right here, and the present date is 22/9. And work that out. Let's see the breakfast, and we also have single room in there. Click on that. There we go, guys. So that is working fine. So all I just need to do now is, you see these lines of codes, I'm just gonna copy it and speed up the whole process. Let's copy that and speed it right up. Alright guys, I've just speeded it all up. That's it. Those are the lines of codes. All of the conditions are in place, so have a good look at it. So that's for lunch, breakfast and dinner. There we go. So let's take it from here. This is the total for time, for dates, and that's for the room and breakfast. There, breakfast for double, breakfast and family, lunch single, lunch double, lunch family, and the next one is going to be dinner single, dinner double. The only difference is just changing price. This is the lines of code for every single condition that you guys are seeing right now. There, that's it. So if I run it now, let's see what's gonna happen. So we can just select any condition and that will be all. There, the first thing I'm going to do is, let me just enter the date. Let's go for maybe 8. There we go. And there, that's going to be 22/9. Let's enter the number anyhow we want, 22/9, and we have lunch and whatever in there, room number and room extension number. Female, she's a pilot. Date of birth, you don't have to say ladies' dates of birth, so let's just make that up. Right, and what's this lady's name? Reference number and the name of the lady, let's say Ellen Moore, Captain Ellen Moore. Let's put a captain there because she's a pilot. Now address, and let's say Wiley Street. Postcode 99JJ. Mobile number and email address of Captain Ellen Moore. That's Captain Ellen at gmail.com. So all we just need to do now is to click on total. Okay. Hey, look at this. Let's correct that. So click on that and let's just change this to whatever we want, and there we go. That's Captain Ellen Moore, and that's the cost of staying in the hotel and receipts. And there guys, So with that, guys, I'm gonna call it the end of this tutorial. I suppose you guys enjoyed. You all have a nice day now. Bye for now.